Okay. So today's session is about data science and data analytics. So anyone knows any basic concept about this? Whatever you know, you can just try to give some information or some examples based on data science and data analytics. Anyone?
So,
Yeah, Maria.
I had the idea that like it is using like a large amount of data uh, to like get like understand patterns or get any understanding about the trends. It's used in marketing and for businesses and stuff.
Okay. So you mentioned using large data set. What was the second part? Sorry.
Um, so using large data sets, from that we find a pattern,
So
and
you're
then
deriving something out of it at the end. Okay.
yes.
So as Maria told, it's true. So if you have a huge number of data, right, so you can't keep going through each and everything. So if something data is there, you need to understand what the data is and how you can use that data. So in order to solve this one, where a data science method comes into handy to understand the data and how to use the data and like how to like convert the data like the way which you want. So its definition is nothing about like it's an interdisciplinary field. So where you use different scientific methods, processes, and other algorithms in order to extract the knowledge from the given data, given set of data. So that would be useful for you to once you understand the data, how you can process further you can do. So there will be two things. One is structured data and unstructured data. Structured data is nothing but like your same type of data where you have like for example, if it is completely text, it will be it text itself images and if it is images, so all the other data should also be images, but in unstructured data it will be combination of all types of data. So where we mostly use this data science is like mathematics and statistics, and then in computer science, and then like other, as Maria told, like in business context also we'll try to use. So in mathematics, where will you use? Can anyone tell me this data science, data statistics? Like arithmetic, algebra, and geometry is there, right? So where and all you'll use. Abhishek, where
So
you
to
use
figure
data set?
out formula.
Okay, to figure out formula. So that doesn't come as okay. So you're telling post process of regression or something like that. So in general, you can tell me like where we'll use this data, analyze the data in which
Can
arithmetic.
I?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. So probably in math, we can in data science, math can be used to find probability also. I guess it is.
Yeah, you're true. So probability is nothing but from your whatever experiment you've done, you're trying to predict the outputs, right? So one possibility is like one thing is that probability will use. So in algebra also like we'll use all the statistics methods. So in all concept you'll use, it depends on the use case. So can anyone tell me for computer science where we'll use data science in computer science?
So, we'll use it in handling and processing the data.
It is like mm, I asked where, like for example, you can give where we'll use. So you're
So,
telling
like
the application
Python,
where.
like programming languages like Python and tools like NumPy, Pandas.
Can you give me example exactly where we'll use computer science?
Mm.
So day-to-day examples you can give. Don't go into like kind of technical and those kind of things. Day-to-day examples you can give.
So like healthcare,
In health,
e-commerce,
okay, e-commerce. In healthcare, what will you do?
uh, so like analyzing the reports.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Maria.
So like maybe finding the trends and things if there is a post or something, then like the number of views calculating or like trending, we'll get a list, right?
So in computer science, when you come to all things, we'll use data science. For example, like if you're having some database, right? So for example, if you have to create some login user or something like that, you need to capture data there, right? So in order to fetch the data, you need to understand like who is calling and those kind of things. That is also where you use data science. So simple examples. So coming into e-commerce, so it will create an account for you. It will try to see your cart and it will try to recommend, right? So that is where I also use data science. So these are like some examples. In computer science, most of the places you use this one. And then coming into business, where can you find these numbers? One example.
So like analyzing customer reviews, like to find out the popularity of a product or the trends of buying, things like that.
Okay. So as I told, it's true. So we'll use to analyze user data and those kind of things in business. And stocks also we'll try to use. So yeah, that is true. So I've shared. Okay, I've shared some links, right? So that is the link for data sets for downloading into Kaggle. Uh, See if you can download those, or should I share them with you? Can I share it in?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Abhishek.
Sir, okay, what is Kegel?
It's a repository to what is that? It is the repository like where you have your all data set. Kind of, it's online for storing all the data set. It's a
Sir,
website.
like collection of database.
Yeah, collection of database. So this is all the data set where you can find. Mostly it has that CSV data set. CSV is the structured data set, and you can go over here and you can explore more of data sets. So images also, videos also you'll get. So it will be mostly like the database data which you have over here. So if you go over here, you can see the cancer. These are the images ones. So you should be able to find data set. So related to heart disease, those kind of things. Student performance, music, every data set is there. You can just look into this one, Kaggle website. Okay, I'd given two examples, right? So one is like Titanic data set. So it consists of several columns and several rows. I'll just explain as we go on. So see if you can download this one. I'm not able to upload in chat over here. That's the issue. It's not happening. So just download all if you can give this. Everyone download it? Download it. Okay, I think so. You need to have an account in order to just use your Google account to create one and download all. Okay, when you download so in data science, why I'm teaching you because so more than AI model is there, right? So even considering before AI model, what you need to do is like you need to have data pre-processing. So you have to give the correct data to the model. So that way, whenever you're trying to do some prediction or classification, right, you'll get the better output results. So for that reason, we use data pre-processing. So there are multiple data pre-processing. In future, like we'll look into those one. So data science involves like these 8 things. So in order to understand, in order to get the desired knowledge, so you need to identify like what you're looking into the data first thing. So problem definition is nothing but what you're looking into the data. So what is the problem statement? Like what I have to get. You need to identify that. So after that, we'll be having huge amount of data, right? This one. So CSV format is nothing but comma separated values. So this will open in your Excel document itself. CSV files.
Excuse me,
See,
sir.
yeah, Abhishek.
Sir, in one of the links, the second link, house prices, advanced regression techniques. It's not kind of downloading. It's kind of when I
You
click
need
on
to
download.
join the competition. Then only it will allow you to download.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So this CSV are nothing but your comma separated values. So each and every data would be separated by a comma. So using that one, you can just open in Excel itself. So if you open CSV, right? So you should be able to see the data it is there in that one. If you come over here, you can see the first row, right? So this would contains the class names. So we'll be having the passenger survived, class name, sex, age, patch, ticket, fare, cabin, and embarked. So this what they're giving is that nothing but the data of people who have boarded the Titanic. So based on that one, they're given the header for that one and the datas, like all the people who have entered the Titanic. So that is what data collection means. Then you have data cleaning. So data cleaning is nothing but in some cases, not in some cases, in most of the cases, in many columns there will be no data. It would be like NaN or it will be completely empty. So what we need to do is like we need to use some methods and we need to fill with the reasonable data. So that is what data cleaning is about. Then comes EDA. EDA is nothing but exploratory data analysis. So there are various methods. So in order to explore the data, one is that minimum, maximum, standard deviation. So basic statistics is there, right? So those are the basic one which you can use for data analysis. So if I give, let's just say 50 datas. So what I can do is like I can find minimum value, right? So I can find maximum value. For example, from the age. In the age, I can say minimum value, like who is the youngest one. So maximum, like who is the oldest one. And then mean and median, like in order to see the trends, like how many, like same data set repeating and those kind of things. So basic statistics you can use to analyze the data. So that is what EDA is. So there are various other methods also. Once you go into problems, right, you get to understand why we'll use exploratory data analysis. Then feature engineering. Feature engineering is nothing but like you're making the data which you want and which you don't want. So based on that one, you're doing some engineering and you can trying to get some uh, inference out of those. For example, let's just say, uh, okay, so I just want to get the people who are under 40 years of age. So what I'll do is like I'll look into all the ages who are below less than 40, right? And then I'll try to categorize them. So that is what feature engineering is. So if you want to have some, if you, of the overall complete data, you're trying to get some inputs like which you desire. So that is what feature engineering is. Then there is modeling, evaluation, and deployment. So this comes in post processing and of the model. Any doubts on this one? The basics. Sorry, Nitish, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. I need you guys to create one Python file. So name it anything and put train.test. Okay. So once you download, right? So this one, so Titanic would be there, right? So if you go there, train and test would be there. Copy this one and paste it into your Python file folder. So test train titanic.py. So everything has to be in the same folder. So download and keep that in same file. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what to do
Done.
is it's like this. So can you type this import pandas, numpy and matplot and then just load the data? Can you do this part? Okay, or else I'll share this one. Wait. Okay, I'll share this code with you. I'll stop sharing. I want anyone to share and do the execution. So who'll do this one? So I want you guys to code along with that one and I'll try to explain it from your end. So anyone can share your screen and you can execute that. Yeah, Abhishek, you're doing okay, fine. Okay, app.py, train.csv. You need to put test.csv also, right? Or else you'll get an error. Uh, if you see line 15, right? What are you doing? You can unmute.
Sir, in line 15 is to read that CSV file of test.
Okay. So in left side, are you able to see your test.csv?
No, sir. I will upload it as soon as I can.
No worries. Just telling you that.
Yes, sir.
Run this code. So we had seen in basics of pandas, right? While doing numpy and those kind of things. Can anyone tell me like what's happening in this code? Maria or Nitish, can you, one of you guys tell me like what's in the code?
Excuse me, sir. Can I?
Yeah, Abhishek, you can.
Yes, sir. So first, for some kind of decorations, kind of going to print this equals to 60 times, but top and bottom and middle that name. Then after it's going to read the CSV files of train and test. Then after it's going to shape it, means it's going to get the average kind of thing of the both files.
Okay. So what it's doing is that just giving the heading over there. So first 11 to 13. So then what we do is like in line 14 and 15, like we took the two variables, train and test, right? So we are reading from pandas those CSV file. And then what we are doing next is that we are trying to see the shape. So what is that shape? Can anyone tell me?
So the matrix rows and column.
Okay, rows and columns. So which is rows and which is columns?
The first one is row.
Okay, first one is row. So we have. So what did you understand? First row and first columns and rows, right? So in train, what did you understand?
So we are training the model with 891 rows, and then we are testing the model with 418 rows.
Okay. So there are two things. One is training set and test set. So in training set, there are 891 rows with 12 columns, each having its own values. And then in test 418, we are trying to use half of the data. And then 11 columns. So each having its own values. So first information, what we got? So from looking into this one, like first information, what we got?
So that one row might be empty in the training. Is it like that?
Basic understanding. So what we got is that we are trying to understand how many data are there, right? So that is the basic thing what we do when we do train.shape. So from this we can infer. So if we see test, so okay, there is one column missing. So we can look into that one. That is the next step. So basic main idea is to understand the data. What we did was like how much of data is there. Okay. Then okay, little bit of EDA we'll try to do. Abhishek, I'll share the code in chat once again. Paste those and run that.
Sure.
So I gave us two this one messages in chat. It's not copying the second one. Is there some way I can share this one? WhatsApp is not working in my system currently.
Yes, you can.
No, this chat I'm not able to copy the second part. There is one more. It's not copying for some reason. So mail I'll send someone. Abhishek, your mail.
Yes, sir. abhisheksamuelgs@gmail.com. So, should I send it in the chat?
Yeah, I can send it to me in the chat. Abhishek, I sent you the mail. You can copy that one and paste it into the code.
Yes, sir. Give me a minute.
Later, I'll share it in WhatsApp with others as well. You can try later.
Yes, sir, it's done.
Okay. Can you run the code? Okay. Can you go above? Or else I'll run the code in my system. Abhishek, you can stop sharing. It's better if I share. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go into some of the exploratory data analysis things. So when you give train.info, right? So it will try to give the info of your train documents. So range index. So there are 891 values. So it will start from 0 to 890. So just basic info it gave. And then train.describe is there, right? So it will try to describe your data. So if you see over your data columns, so it will give you the column names. So if you come over here, so the first column which it was there, right? So these were the data classes which you had. So it is trying to give all the data classes. And then here also one more thing is there, right? So print train is null dot something. So what we are trying to do is like we are trying to get the uh, in the all the rows and all its columns. We are trying to see if there are any null values. So if you see none null, so there are no null values inside that one. So data is complete. So this is what it means. So everything comes under your train.describe. And then missing values, like we'll try to see if there are any missing values. So there are no missing values, and then we'll try to get those. So if you can see over here, passenger ID, there are none. If you go to age, right, there are 177 missing values. Okay. And then cabin, 687 values are missing. So if you see over here, right, so this is null value, null value. Here also completely null value. And if you come to age over here, this value is null, right? So we don't have data. So what we are trying to do is like, we are trying to see whether which data are missing. So it will just give you the count. Train.t is null is there, right? So it will try to give the count where null values are present in your data. So any doubts on this train.describe and train.info?
No, sir.
So it's nothing but three things we are trying to do. One is we are getting the info of all the data. Then we are getting how the data is described. So that is mean, standard deviation, minimum, and it's a quartile range. We'll call this one. So to every 25%, you're trying to check like what lies in those data. Then we are trying to see missing values. So this is the basic idea of exploring your data. So next comes some more explanation you need to do, right? Okay. So when Titanic comes into your mind, what comes like when Titanic is told? Sorry, when Titanic is told, what comes to your mind?
The great ship fallen in the sea.
Okay, fallen in a shape. See, then okay. So are you not curious about how many people survived and how many people died?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
one thing. So and then if you go further, statistician. So you want to see like how many of the young people lived, how many of them survived, or old people. So they look into all perspective. So if you give some small amount of data, you need to think in all perspectives and you need to drive some derivatives. So it will be easier for you to kind of have some knowledge on the data or whatever it's there. So whole as a data, I gave it as a Titanic. You considered it's a great ship which sank. So when we have some data regarding that one, right? So what we are trying to find, that we need to have more idea. So what is the problem statement? So why that data is present? So you just have to keep in mind that is the basic of data science, and what to do with the data. It's data analytics. So coming into data analytics, uh, what we are trying to do is like we are trying to get some percentage. So if you have some data over here, right? So survived. So it's giving, see the data what survived. So survived, it's binary classification. So one is okay. So whenever they give the data, like you need to understand the data in detail. So 0 and 1. So 0 is false and 1 is true, right? So 1 represent they have survived. 0 represent they have not survived. So that is what the data means over here. And then if you see this survived percentage rate, right? So that is what I've tried to do. So died is nothing but 0. Survived is nothing but 1. I'm trying to get the percentage of all the total number of datas. So there are 61 percentage of 0 values. And then there is 38 percentage of 1 values out of 100% data. So I just gave the name died and survived, but in actual it's 0 and in actual it is 1. So 38.38 percentage is 1 as a value and 61.62 is the values of 0. Any doubts on this one?
No, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Then I'm trying to get, as I told, if someone died, I have to get by their age or whether they are by which group they belong and those kind of things, right? So just try to do some based on whether the males, how many males survived, how many females survived. So we'll try to consider both of the columns and we'll try to get the data of those. So many we'll try to get. So that is what train dot group by. So that is where pandas comes into it, pandas and numpy. So if you use group by and you're trying to get the mean, right? So it will try to collate both of them together and then it will try to give you the value. And then survival of passenger by class. So there are different classes, right, over here. So where is class? So there are P class. So 3, 1. Okay. So 3 different classes are there. We are trying to check based on these classes also. So these classes may be allotted by the room or staying place or something like that. So based on that P class also we are trying to categorize. And then we have tried to see the plot for this one. It has been saved as PNG file. So PNG, like whatever your plot, right? So it's nothing but the data which you derived right now. So survival count 0 and 1. So it's just giving you the graph of those. So graph is also another method where you can explore the data. Okay, survival by gender. So how many male and female survived? So 0 is nothing but died, and male how many survived. So similarly for female. So based on the class. So first class, like this many people died and this many survived. Then age distribution is there, right? So age distribution is nothing but, so for example, for 30 is there, right? So we'll try to see how many people belong to age 30 and in order between 30 and 40. So these many numbers of data it's trying to represent. So frequency is nothing but how many times it's repeating, that's it. So we're trying to see the data. So till now, any doubts? So this is just basic data calling, exploring the data and seeing how the data is falling in place in the data set.
No, sir.
Okay. So I hope you understood the basics. So why we are doing this data science, data analytics. So next class, we'll try to explore more and we'll see. I'll share the code as well as the PPT as well with you guys. Okay then. If you are not having any doubts, we'll wind up this session. So thank you everyone.